Today on CityCast Boise, Caldwell's flag is one of the worst in the country, at least according to the North American Vexillological Association. But is Boise's really any better? Our very own Evelyn Avitia is with me to explore what makes a bad flag and how one Idaho city went from worst to best with their design. It's Wednesday, February 15th. I'm Emma Arnold, and this is what Boise's talking about. Hi, Evelyn.
Hi, Emma.
We're talking about city flags today, and recently the city of Caldwell, your hometown's flag, was ranked as one of the 25 worst city flags in North America by the North American Vexillological Association. Evelyn, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, I actually had no idea that we had individual city flags. And so when I found out that Caldwell was one of the worst ones, I was shocked. I was looking back, and in 2015, KBOI was reporting about Caldwell's new city designs. And so this is a fairly new rebranding. And at the time, KBOI was reporting that Destination Caldwell, they had reached out to a Seattle contractor to help them with their rebranding, and they spent a lot of money on the rebranding. It was like $65,000 to do a whole Caldwell branding. And it's funny that they were like specifically saying that they wanted to reach out to someone outside of Idaho, not locally, because they wanted an unbiased opinion. And look where that landed them.
I mean, we have to say, we're going to link to all these flags in the show notes, and we'll have some stuff on social so people can see them. But the rebranding was a vast improvement on the old Caldwell flag, which when I saw it, I thought, like, I looked in like 3 or 4 places because I thought this is a joke. This has to be a joke. The old Caldwell flag has a blue seal, and then it has what looks to be like the whitest family, like a pixelated Oregon Trail family standing in front of a golf course and a house, and there's like a cornucopia. Actually, every one of Idaho's flags, I swear, has like some sort of cornucopia situation in it. Anyway, the new flag is an improvement on that, which is not saying much. And looking through some of the other flags that got onto this worst list, I felt like, you know, at least poor Caldwell has their seal on there. You know, some of these other cities like Woodland, Mississippi, just literally on their flag, it says Woodland. You know, there's no art, there's no color. It's black and white. The city of Ranger, Texas is one of the most dystopian flags I've ever seen. It has literally like an oil drill and a star, and you're like, woof, woof. And I feel like rating Boise's flag, so Boise didn't make that list, the lowest 25, but Boise's flag is not really that much better. Like, you know, they kind of just used sort of similarly, like the seal that they came up with. They just sort of threw it on a flag. And I think that's the problem with Caldwell's, right? It's just, they just kind of threw this seal on there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a logo on a flag, Caldwell, Idaho.
Yeah, it just says Caldwell, City of Caldwell, Treasure of the Valley.
It's cute. I mean, the design is nice. It is their logo. It has the vineyards, the wineries. It shows the mountains. There's a
nice
barn.
little nod to ag, you know, in there. Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
I'm confused about the apple. Do we grow apples here?
I wondered about that too. I was like, maybe I don't quite know what you guys are doing out there, because I was like, and I feel like it's funny to me, like, you know, for Caldwell to lean like really heavily into like, we're known for our wineries, is like, well, certainly I love a lot of wineries out in Caldwell, but I don't know that that's what people are first thinking of. You know?
Definitely. And that was one of the complaints back in 2015 was that, you know, we appreciate the wineries. That's cute, but that they wish that they had leaned into more of a farming take, more of the farming agricultural side of things.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Like, it's kind of a lonely, sad little little logo on there with like not it doesn't really tell you a lot about the city instantly.
I sadly feel like you can make this on Canva. No offense to the designer. I'm sure he, worked really hard, but
I feel similarly. I even looked up the Boise flag because I was like, I don't want to, hurt anybody's feelings here. So I want to know who made this. And the Boise flag is very simple. I feel the same way. Like, I feel like, if a kid submitted it for something, you'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. But I don't know if you've seen the old Boise flag. It is similarly Oregon Trail-y. It has a couple of pioneers. It says, and okay, I'm not 100% sure, but the seal on it says peril, energy, success. It's in very tiny letters on the old Boise flag. And it has like a cornucopia, obviously, some wheat, the medical symbol. So even Boise is like, we're making fun of the current flag, but big improvement. The current flag is a big improvement over what we used to have. I feel like we should say here, Pocatello used to be on this list too. Pocatello was voted the worst flag in North America. And right after that, they were like, nope. And they redid the entire flag. Although, have you seen the old one?
I haven't. No, what does it look like?
I feel like there's like a 90s kid in me that kind of loves it. You know those paper cups with like the paper cups that are very waxy that have like the purple and blue on them?
Yeah.
Literally, I think they stole part of the design from that. Like the purple mountains are basically from a paper cup. And then in yellow and orange, very like bold lettering, it says proud to be Pocatello. And there's kind of,
it's so okay.
It's so ugly that there's kind of something about it that like speaks to me. But after they, got the worst flag, they went on and now they're in the top 25 of best flags. Like now they have a very cute flag, very simple. And it made me think, like, what makes a good flag? Because Pocatello is nailing it now. They have a really, really good flag. But what do you think makes a good flag?
The people who ranked the Caldwell flag, the North American Vexillological Association, they actually released their 5 principles for having a good flag. So I'm going to go over them with you.
Okay.
First, you got to keep it simple. The flag should be so simple that a child can draw it from memory, is what they say. Very interesting.
So Caldwell, right there, no check mark there. That's that's a pretty tough thing for a kid to recreate. Boise, borderline. I'm going to give Boise a maybe on that one. Okay. What's the next one?
They should use meaningful symbolism.
Yeah, looking through the flags that got rated the best flags, it's very clear that it should just be super simple, right? Like Reno has a great flag. Total shocker there. But Reno has one of the best. It's just mountains on a blue background with a star. Like very simple. What are you known for? Give us a quick idea of it. So I feel like neither one of our flags get that. We're going to say no to both those.
I think Caldwell's trying, but it's just not quite there yet.
Like they could have done something so much more like quick to the eye,
Yeah. And then they need to use 2 or 3 basic colors, which Boise is doing, right?
Boise's doing, yeah. We got blue, yellow, and white. Caldwell's
got a lot of color in there.
Colors. Lots going on with that one.
Another big one is no lettering or seals.
Yeah, that was a big one I noticed on all the flags that are in the top 25. No lettering, no words, just symbolism, just color. And all the ones, it does kind of, when you actually look through this, you're like, yeah, these are busy. This is really busy. A lot of the cities just have like the name of their town, Nitro, West Virginia. And then at the bottom of their flag, it says a living memorial to World War I. And you're like, whoa, that goes on the sign driving into town, not on your flag for sure. Mm-hmm. All right, what's next?
And their final rule is be distinctive, be related, avoid duplicating other flags.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Caldwell's got that. That is distinctive. That is very distinctive.
I don't think anyone will be copying that for sure.
No. All right. So let's say the mayor of Caldwell hears this and they're like, hey, Evelyn, you redesigned Caldwell's flag. What are you making? What's going to be on there?
Oh, my goodness. This is so hard. First of all, we're going to get rid of any lettering. We're going to choose our 2 or 3 basic colors. I like that they have the dark green, maybe the red. Well, then it'll look like Christmas.
Well, yeah, you're getting a little Christmassy. I don't hate the color of the seal. with sort of like a burgundy and a green
Yeah.
and a white. I
Yes,
like
yeah.
that.
I definitely would love to find a way to make it Aggie related, get rid of
hmm
any very specific like the winery reference, just make it overall somehow ag related. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So we're thinking red, green, and then like a tractor. That's what you're.
Oh God. You know what? No one hire me. I would get us even number one on the list at this point.
They'd have to make a new list. They're like, oh, this is so much worse.
Yeah, I think overall, I would just make sure it's not like when you put it on the flag, you put this logo, it's literally the logo and the whole background is white, right?
Yeah.
Like it needs to look like an actual flag. So we're going to have a background color and try to incorporate some of those Aggie elements in there.
Yeah. The one thing that drives me nuts about the Boise flag, which has for quite a while, is it looks like, when you blow an image up, it looks like like faded, kind of pixelated. I feel like Boise's flag looks like they just took the seal and turned it blue and then blew it up really big.
Okay, but in Boise, I've never noticed this. Do they fly the flag around?
Yeah, I don't really. They must have it at City Hall, but I don't really see it. No, and that's part.
Okay.
I think it's because it's an ugly flag. And we all kind of know it. And I think we could do something. For Boise, here's what I think we should do. The river, the Greenbelt, and high mountain desert. Like, those are the things. So, like, blue, yellow, and green, maybe?
Okay.
You're making a face. You're right. That's kind of an ugly combo. But it's blue, yellow, and white right now. And I feel like you could do maybe, like, green and gold. Like, maybe that would be nice. Like, you could do gold mountains. And then the green, like, cityscape, or not like a, not like a full one, but like, I don't know. We have the Capitol on the Boise flag, like we have like the Capitol building. And I feel like, isn't that a little on the nose? Like, is that it for us? Is just that? So I would like to, if I redid it, I would incorporate the river and the foothills into that design somehow.
Oh,
similar
that.
to
Yes.
like Reno, some of these cities that know, Duluth, Minnesota is like, yeah, rivers. That's what we do. That's kind of what we're known for. So that's definitely what I would do with it. All right, let's end with Idaho's flag. Did you know Idaho's seal is the only seal in the U.S. designed by a woman?
Yes, my third grade teacher really, we spent a lot of time talking about
Yes.
Idaho's flag, and that's a point that they always emphasized.
That's so funny because I was going to tell you the reason I know that is because in third grade at Washington Elementary in Caldwell, we focused on that. And my name is Emily, and there were like 5 other Emilys in my class. And my teacher was talking about Emma Green, who designed the flag. And she was like, we're just going to start calling you Emma because there's too many Emilys in here. So that's how I got the nickname Emma, was from Emma Green, who designed Idaho's seal, which Idaho kind of did the same thing we're talking about all these other cities did, where it just sort of like threw the seal up on the flag. And Idaho's flag breaks like pretty much every rule, has lettering, is incredibly busy. I like the seal, but for a flag, there's so much happening. A cornucopia, obviously 2 cornucopias. You got to have a stag. There's mountains, there's water, there's a river, there's wheat. Like, there's so much happening. I feel like Idaho's flag maybe could use a simpler redesign because it's also just a very busy guy.
It is. But I do love the like navy-ish blue color. I think that's one thing that has always stood out to me.
That's a good point. I really like the colors of it too. It is very, very pretty. Other than the weird state of Idaho flare at the bottom, whatever that is. And also, did you know our state motto? Do you know that? Esto Perpetua, an everlasting future.
I do. However, I feel like I'm back in third grade. Like it's all coming back to me.
Yeah. Should we sing Here We Have Idaho? Winning her way to fame. All right, Evelyn. Well, thank you for coming on here and helping me dissect all the flags here. And let's hope for a redesign.
Yeah, we will not be on the team, but hopefully they
Please figure it out.
can figure it out for us.
And before you head out, like me, you may have been jolted wide awake a few nights ago by an emergency alert screeching from your phone about 12:30 a.m. The Idaho Statesman is reporting that while the endangered adult was located after the alert was sent, many residents weren't happy that the alert came more than 14 hours after the Boise Police Department first knew she was missing. Police say they felt the need to push the alert in the middle of the night because of dropping overnight temperatures. That's all for today here on CityCast Boise. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend? Leave us a review and subscribe to our Hey Boise newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more stories from around the city. Bye!